We receive multiple questions by multiple brothers about what they do, especially brothers and sisters who are converts, what they do when they, their family gather in Christmas, and then, this is probably the only time they will see everybody in the family at one gathering, and a lot of them may hesitate to participate or find it difficult because it is a religious occasion and they don't believe and they don't celebrate Christmas as Muslims. But then this is where their family and family members and siblings gather. So what do we say to that?
Okay. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu rasulillah. Let me start with this story. Somebody called me on the phone from Wisconsin in the middle, in Christmas time. And he said, Sheikh, I said, yes. He said, my mother on the driveway, his mother is 70 something years old, carrying the Christmas tree, and she fall on the ground. And she calling me right now to come help her carry the Christmas tree inside the house. Am I allowed to do that? And I said, Habibi, please rush to help your mother who's 70 years old, help her. She's not gonna carry the tree by herself. But what I loved about this, and this is something I'm telling you, we as Muslims, we should respect a lot. And a lot of our new Muslim brothers and sisters, convert brothers and sisters, it reminds me of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum. When they became a Muslim, they don't want to associate themselves with anything to do with shirk anymore.
Yes.
That's why with the Sahaba, they did the Hajj, the running between the two mountains, Safa and Marwa. They were hesitant. No. Why? Because in the old days before Islam, we used to do that, and because of two idols on the top of the mountain. Right. So they said, we're not going to do that. So, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed verses, إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما. فلا جناح, no harm on you to do that, even though in the old days it used to be a practice of the mushrikeen.
Right.
Or there used to be idol there. But what I love is the attitude. Mm-hmm. The shirk is here, I'll stay,
100 miles
away.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to shirk or haram. That's something I appreciate. But sometimes because of the lack also of knowledge or overzealous or strong emotion, we might not weight things in the right way. We don't put it in the right frame. It became a little bit of extreme.
So how do we frame it for
yes. What I would say is what's absolutely not allowed and haram is to participate, which is absolutely, that's where the red line 100%, where you participate in religious activity, to pray to other than Allah. Mm-hmm. To go to the priest to put, even I don't believe in that, but to go so he can put the bread or like to drink the wine or to the biscuit in your mouth and stuff like that, or to start reciting things from the Bible and you're a Muslim and in the Christmas time, and all these are haram. Going to the mass and during the Christmas or before the Christmas, that will be all religious participation is not allowed. Absolutely. Or
putting a tree in your own home.
Or, for example, you put the tree, the cross, and stuff like that. That will not be allowed. Or, cleaning the chimney so, when Santa comes, his beard will not be dusty. Or put the socks or telling your kids, all this will not be allowed. And that's a red line, we don't cross that. But there is other aspects of the Christmas, which is the social aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Like what you said exactly. Family gathering, it is people come, spend a good dinner together, have a good conversation, meeting your family members who you haven't seen.
It's probably the only time they will meet.
Yeah. I go and participate in this with my intention is for the social gathering. Absolutely nothing wrong with that in my opinion. And I don't see any harm for that. For someone, this is their gathering. Especially when your family are non-Muslims. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between, I said, I have a Christmas party, I'm a Muslim. I'm from Pakistan, but I'm a Muslim, and I'm from Egypt, a Muslim, not a Christian Muslim or Christian Egyptian, Christian Pakistani. No, I'm a Muslim and this and that. I'm doing Christmas party. What Christmas party means? I'm putting a tree. That's in itself is a clear imitation.
Right.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. I'm not like the mushrikeen. I don't act like them. I don't do the thing that they do. You know, I'm a distinguished in my deen and my religion and my celebrations and so forth. So, and somebody told me, oh, it is celebrating the birthday of Isa alayhi salam. You're celebrating it in the wrong way. First, he was not born in the winter, in December. Two, we don't celebrate the birthday of any prophet. It's bid'ah anyway.
Yeah.
Even our prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, and nobody knows when he was born exactly. Even Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never documented where he was born. You know, you can't even be sure about that. And people do it because the Western culture today dominating and spreading that. So going back to the family thing, but can I give them a gift? You know, I have relatives who are non-Muslims, okay, from my wife's side. So one thing we avoid to be involved in this, we give them a gift in Thanksgiving, or we give them a gift in New Year. And I don't give them a gift during the Christmas.
Right.
You know,
So it's
and they're
not,
happy.
it's not
They
connected
understand
to the
Christmas
religious
at
occasion.
all.
Right.
You know, also sometimes you give a gift before the Christmas time. Like I give you real examples. I had in my house somebody who comes to help to clean and stuff like that in the house. And I make sure if there is a end of the year bonus or some gift I give it in end of November, around December time. Not because of Christmas or anything, but for me, it's because I know this family will bear a lot of expenses in December. If I give it in February, they need it the most during December because that's where all the dinners and gifts and stuff like that they do. So it will appreciate more to give them. It makes more sense for you to give them. That's why they give the bonus in company, not because they are Christian company, not because they know that people need a lot, they do a lot of expenses and pay more money during this period, this month, the end of the year. So taking that in consideration is not against the religion. It's okay to do that with your family. Let's say you used to give your mom a gift or something like that. Just make it, 2 weeks before Christmas or 1 week before, 10 days before Christmas. And that should be, inshallah, fine. If you go to the Christmas party with the family, they drink. They drink. As long as you don't serve them, you don't open the beer for them, you don't, share the glass with them, even if it's water, you're fine. But I will be sitting in the same table. And you let them know, hey, don't tell me pass the wine. Don't tell me pass the things, I'm not going to be participating in this. You get your own wine, you reach out to somebody else to do it for you. As a Muslim, I don't do that. But sitting in the table, didn't the Prophet ﷺ said, it's not allowed for somebody who believes in Allah and the Day of Judgment to be sitting in the same table when alcohol is served. Yes, but the hadith was mentioned in regard to avoiding being in a situation where it can lead for you to participate in drinking. You might be weak and you end up drinking, or you do this and you never speak up. That means you don't make inkar al-munkar. You see the haram and you don't speak up. Yes, we understand that. But there is a rule in Sharia that is very, very beneficial. The things that are forbidden in Islam are two types. Things Islam forbidden for itself, and things that's forbidden because it what can lead to. Okay. So drink alcohol is haram.
Right.
So not because of what can lead to. For example, if you drink, you become drunk and you might hurt someone or get in a car accident, or you know what? I'm going to take just a sip. It's haram. It doesn't matter. I'm going to intoxicate it or not. It doesn't matter. It's haram. Mm-hmm. You know what? Zina is haram. It doesn't matter. Consent or no consent. It's haram in Islam. But there is certain things haram, not for itself, it what can lead to. Like what? Being alone with a woman. It can lead to zina. Not because itself haram, but it can lead to zina. You know, alone and segregation, yani in
Right.
khalwa. Also, one of the things is to be sitting in a table with khamr served. It can lead to end up drinking with them. Okay? So the thing that is haram for itself, it's not allowed to be done unless there is necessity. ضرورات. The things that is not haram for itself, because of what can lead to, it's allowed to do it in a case of necessity, obviously, and a case of need.
Need, yes.
Not necessarily necessity, need. What define need? Need, it's something very valuable, very important. Like I'm gonna lose my job if I don't scan this wine once every, 200, 300 items as a cashier. It's a need here. I need that I have to have a meeting with my boss. That's a need. I need to doctor or nurse to do that. I need, I need to uncover my hand a little bit to wash it as a surgeon. Then I will cover my hand back. That's a need. It's not necessity. It's not gonna die. Somebody else will do it, but I will lose my job. I will lose my ability to do that. So here, what's the need? The need is the value of family relations, because these are very valuable things in Islam. It doesn't matter even if your family don't value Salat al-Rahim, even if they don't care about it, but you as a Muslim value it so much. I know that this is something so important in Islam. So that will be the reason for me to say it is allowed to sit on this table, even though I recognize this is not allowed. But I believe that the maslahah, the greater good that comes out of it, which is the importance of being connected to the family, being part of the family. It's a da'wah in itself, even if it's not verbal, through action, through seeing you. Because if you cut them off and stuff like that, they said, oh, look, it's Islam. It cut people ties and things like that. That's not true. Actually, when I became Muslim, I became better person, better social person with my family. But they are nasty, they are bad, be patient. That's even better. That your reward is higher. Yes. So I'm saying this to explain why, as a mufti, when they hear you, Sheikh, or you hear me saying things like that, where are we coming from? This rule was in details was discussed by many scholars in the past, and one of the great scholars who wrote really a lengthy kind of paper or explanation for it, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, in several of his books, and he's one of my favorite scholar in this area, and others as well. And it's a common practice by the ulama and the fuqaha rahimahullah through history. Sorry for the long answer, but I hope this will help people to navigate this season.
It's very good that you mentioned this, because Islam did not live in an island. Islam lived with where there are other communities that they had to deal with, and you have some Muslims who also had non-Muslim, families during that time as well, and they had to deal with these issues as well. So I think that is a very important aspect, that we differentiate between what is needed and what is necessary, and how you can find your way through what is allowed and what is not allowed in these situations. It's not like you want to do it because it's a religious occasion, but because it's important to keep the ties with your family. And if this is an opportunity for you to keep that tie, you should take advantage of it.
I think it's somebody somebody told them, Merry Christmas. He said, we don't celebrate Christmas because Jesus is not Son of God. Habibi, just chill, man. Just say thank you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you
don't want to say. You don't need to give me a lecture in return, or I'm in the drive-through. There's a car behind you. Sometimes I'm shocked by how people respond. Just say thank you, happy holiday. That's and move on.
It's almost comic.
Yeah.
Right.
In the other hand, you have some Muslim also extreme, calling each other happy Merry Christmas and stuff like that, and have a tree and post it and put. That's also weird. You're a Muslim, man. Last time I checked, we don't have anything called Merry Christmas.
Right.
You don't even say Merry Eid to me, or Happy Eid or whatever. You know, became Merry Christmas. I'm not advocating to say Merry Eid, but I'm just saying, you don't do that for our own Eid and celebration.
So you go overboard with it. So you have the two extremes, unfortunately. Why can't we just be normal, right?
Exactly. Just take it easy. Thank you.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you.